Hello everyone. Good morning. My name is Syed Mubarak and I'm here presenting a case study on Poundland from supply chain perspective. Myself and my six other teammates will be displaying important topics on current supply chain crisis, taking Brexit and COVID-19 pandemic into account. Let me start with an intro about Poundland. As you all know about Poundland is a British variety store chain founded in 1990, selling most items at single price £1. Pepco operates nearly 900 stores under the Poundland and Deals brand in the UK and Ireland. Jumping into the main agenda of this session, how the current situation affected Poundland, especially in supply chain and procurement of raw material. Some of the factors contributing to the supply chain crisis are listed here. Post-lockdown, even a huge store chain like Poundland also facing constrained freight capacity, which leads to increase in shipping cost, product, raw material price, and with Brexit generated a huge demand for labor. Now I will hand over Mr. Raza Rahman, who will be talking on purchasing strategy issues. Thank you.
Thanks, Syed. The Poundland's purchasing strategies include buying up in bulk, excess product purchasing from branded products, and they also purchase products in special packages from different manufacturers. And the overall, due to Brexit, the pandemic, and the global supply chain crisis, all the areas of purchasing of Poundland, the prices got increased. Also, although there are two-thirds of the suppliers from UK, they had different suppliers from different parts of the world also. So the global supply chain crisis affected Poundland in their purchasing strategy, as overall of their purchasing prices were gone high. So I will be passing to Ms. Loretta from here. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm Loretta and I'll be taking you through the internal and external factors affecting Poundland. So we chose to use the SWOT analysis, standing for strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. So with the strength of Poundland, Poundland has a larger number of outlet shops, about 800,000 plus around UK and 60 plus over Ireland. And they also offer a wide range of products with several brands. They also have a larger operating efficiency and it has a stronger customer base. Looking at the weakness, Poundland does not have an online presence. So due to the pandemic, this really affected Poundland immensely. Because of the fixed price, Poundland has to operate effectively under low prices. For the opportunities, Poundland can either open new outlet shops around the rest of the world, looking at Europe and Africa, and they can also increase its range of products by introducing frozen foods and other brands so that it can be a one-stop shop for customers to purchase anything that they want. So looking at this threats, Poundland is not the only retail base that offers goods at a pound. So an example is Pound Stretcher, Home Bargains. They also offer products at relatively low prices. So this is a big threat to Poundland. And because of their lack of strong online e-commerce base, it's also a threat for Poundland since its competitors have stronger base e-commerce, but Poundland doesn't have. This is a huge threat to Poundland. So I'll be handing over to Mr. Jeffrey Open to take us through the analytical tools. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Loretta. I'm Mr. Jeffrey Oben, and I'll be taking you through the analytical tool that we use. Now, the analytical tool that we use was the pestle analysis. Now, if you look at the political side of it, one of the things that affected their supply chain was a high dependency of goods from Asia, other countries, and which, of course, during the COVID time, it affected them. So therefore, in the area of foreign trade policy, something had to be done about it. Now, when it comes to economic, because of the COVID, there were lack of labor. Employees were lacking labor, and therefore some of these constraints just put a high pressure on their supply chain. Now, when you look at social, because of the lifestyle of consumers change, most of their income or most of their purchasing power went to things rather than events. So because of their income, because of their high need of things, because of the COVID era, pressure was put on their supply chain to, deliver at the time that consumer wanted. Now, when you look at technology, Poundland had to, increase their self-service machine because of the COVID and because they wanted to protect their customers and also protect their workers. They had to increase their self-service machine. Now, when you look at legal, government, mandatories like lockdown and quarantine also put pressure on the supply chain of Poundland to deliver at the time that consumers also wanted. Now, when you look at environment, certain social or certain corporate social responsibility had to put in place, like putting nose mask and hand sanitizers and everything, making their supply chain also putting pressure on their supply chain. So I'll be handing over to Mr. Sashida to continue. Thank you very much.
Hi, this is Shashidhar. I am going to speak about the decision to make in a Poundland. And first thing, online app and the delivery. We should. It is the easiest process for using the app for the customers, and if a home delivery is available, also it will be the good for all the customers. Can save the time and the making the products available online and the increasing their promise, and it makes the ordering process easier, and also may get the track on the extreme customer data. And the second point is that analyzing data for the stocks. Analyzing for the everyday sales of each and every product will be help to estimate your future and needs of items which may out of stock. It also helps that the item of a short expiry and also slow moving products or items. And the third point is that an item for a GPP in Poundland. Products was available for a pound, but it was now is no because uh, uh, there is a increase in the prices, and instead of increase of prices, product of a pound from a pound, it's better to decrease the quantity of a products or items. That's it. Thank you so much. I passes to the Nils.
Please. Yeah, Shashida, thank you very much. I'm Nelson Ejamufa, and I'm talking about how to manage uncertainty. That's how to deal with the current situation. We know during the COVID season, Poundland encountered a lot of challenges, and some of these challenges are high cost of raw materials, high cost of transportation, labor shortage, and rising energy costs. This came about as a result of the COVID. There was high cost of raw materials because those producing the raw materials too were hit by the COVID. And the solution I can give is that Poundland should always make sure they have enough raw materials to sustain them for a particular period of time. And also, they should establish contracts with clear terms and on transportation too. I think they should adopt a new transportation system which will be cost effective and which will be more efficient and cost effective. And also they should establish Poundland should adapt and adjust to new market conditions. And I'll hand over to Kwame to continue.
Thank you, Nelson. I am Kwame, and I'm here to talk about the alternatives we have as compared to what my colleagues have already said. First, Poundland should introduce artificial intelligence. With the outbreak of the pandemic, every company, including Poundland, suffered great losses. This made them lose revenue. Employers were also not sure about the safety in and around the workplace. This affected the efficiency of Poundland. It is important, therefore, for Poundland to invest more into artificial intelligence. This is by automating their procurement and supply chain processes. Poundland should also train their staff in data analytics and machine learning. This will help the work in case there is any future uncertainties. Again, Poundland should have a strong presence online. Most organizations with strong online presence didn't have great losses as compared to those with low presence. Until recently, Poundland was not into online business, and even with their online, not all postcodes can have their items delivered. It will be more prudent for Poundland to go into full force online business and have their customers receive items purchased online delivered at their doorsteps. Again, Poundland is noted for low prices, so it will be beneficial for them to still keep low prices. Now with the pandemic and loss of jobs, consequently, it will be important that prices will remain low as a strategy to meet the financial situation of people who lost their jobs and to get new customers. Thank you, and I will hand over to Said to conclude.
Thank you, Kwame. Hi, again, this is Syed. I'm here about to talk about the conclusion, what is missing resources. As for when we speak about the UK manufacturing upfront lost speed as the fourth quarter begins, as the output growth was held by rising supply chain disturbance, staff shortage, and declining intakes of new export work. Procurement is the process of finding and agreeing of terms and acquiring goods, services, or work from an external sources, often via a tendering or competitive bidding process. In supply chain crisis can be compared a distribution of flow of work, money, and the information interpreted. The brand which has made its fortune, Poundland, most of the product sell at £1 and earn the customer's trust. Now they lack in resources for selling products at the same price range are close. As retailer competition increase, Poundland find it difficult to purchase product. As earlier, I discussed about the how the fourth quarter of the manufacturing which affect the UK, which also affect all its local suppliers and also the agency, the companies like Poundland, other competitors. Thank you. I'm finishing my part.